So welcome back to part 3. Now this is my bottom, this is my height. The zip is behind the piping on the bottom, so now this side of the zip needs to be attached to the height of the cushion. So from the logic, it needs to go here behind and sewn on like that, but we start at the beginning, so on this side. So you're laying it this side round. Again, don't go right at the beginning, go a bit back, that we do not have to deal with connections and zips at the same time. And then again, in 2 runs, you sew the zip in. So we can, if you want, go to the biggest stitch and you sew it in wherever you want to stitch, as long as it lines up on the side. So let's do that. When you come to a connection, open the seam allowances and lay them flat and make sure they don't bobble back up, like so. And then we come to the end. Make sure you know where the glider is, that you don't pop your needle. So, like so. Now we're going for the second run, and now we sew the zip in for good. For that, you swerve in from the outside, and then you uncurl your zip, and then you see a new line here, a new line of the zip seam allowance, which looks different to the others, and that's the line where you need to stay in. Now my zipper foot has this corner here. This corner pushes the zip open. So if you let it run a little bit diagonal, not too much, just a little bit, and you keep opening, see, always an inch per inch, I'm opening, and then I let the edge of my zipper foot do its job. See, like so, little by little. And that's how you sew this side in. And then make sure here it's nice and flat again. Open it, go over it, continue. Then when you come here to the end where the glider is, you swerve out, see, like so, and then you come out. So now you will see, we will close that and we leave it open a bit, otherwise we can't turn the cushion inside out. And here is your height. Well, on the side of the piping, I could have gone a bit better with the zip. It's a bit annoying that I see so much zip, but I hope, thank goodness it's the same color zip. I concentrated a bit much on the video, I guess, and a bit not enough on the zip, but you get the idea. However, on this side, it's totally concealed because we were able to do that without anything interfering, piping and stuff. So, and now we will sew the rest of this height on. So that's how you do it. Here at the end of the zip, you need to, we need to go back to the normal stitch. At the end of the zip, you need to sort yourself out. You need to go beyond the piping, but before the zip. And the height needs to have the zip end here, and your fingernails are in between the piping and the height, like so. That's a bit awkward, I admit that. That's a bit awkward. So we need to push that over so that our fingernails are behind the piping. So the piping is on this side, then our fingernails, then both ends of the zip. Make sure nothing is squishing in and peeping out. So, and where your fingernails go down, you use the high rise of your machine, get that needle in, like so, and go back and forth a few times, like so. Okay, see here. So basically you are stitching in here, and then you make sure that zip is out the road here. Then you continue here. And then you line up to the side, like so. And then you leave that alone here. You leave a bit of an opening because this is where we're gonna connect it. Then we go to the other side and we do exactly the same. Here, that's the other side of the zip, the one without the glider. It's a bit easier. So see here, you need to get it together so that the piping is one bit and the zip is the other. And you need to stitch so that the piping is here. And when you stitch here, you see both ends of the zip. Like so. And then all you need to do is you need to line it up to the edge. And then remember, the ones who did the beginner's class with me, as you're now stitching from this side, you know that this was the preparation stitch for the piping. So you need to make sure that you come more to the left of it, more nearer to the piping. So you need to stay on the left of it. If you stay on the right of it, then you will see that stitching line, and that you really don't want. So you squish the piping over. See, I'm staying about 1 millimeter further in. I'm always going for about 2.5 inches. I stitch. I'm laying it down 2.5 inches. I squish it down. See here, here's my piping where my fingernail is. Okay, so I would run along there that I get really nice and near to the piping. Like so. See, little by little. And more. Always in small steps. Here again, you open your seam allowance, put it nice and flat on this bit on your machine, and then you go over it. And always, I'm feeling where the piping is. See, this is my stitching line. That's how near I can go to the piping. Like so. And then I come to here. And to here. And then I take it out. So, what have we got here? We have got here the long bit and where we started. And again, you put it on top of each other by about 2 centimeters, right? So here's the end of one, and here is the end of the other. And then I go and I cut it here. So, see, and we have that overlap here. So now, like I did with the piping, I'm pushing this out the way. I'm taking these two, and I need to sew them together, spreading the overlap half to either side. So that's about 1 centimeter. Again, you lock your stitch. You make sure you're nice and straight, and you lock your stitch. So let's have a look. Oh yes, that's gonna be nice and flat. See, there's no blubber or anything. Then you open this. You open this up, and then you start a bit earlier. Lock your stitch. And again, you need your fingers firmly in there. Watch that you don't stitch them in. And then you are finished. Here you are. It puckered a tiny little bit. Well, it puckered a bit, but it's okay, right? Apologies. So that now is your bottom and your height done. Okay, I'm actually going to open that and fix that when the camera is off. Right, so now we just need to get the piping and the top. So let me fix that blubber there and I get back to you.